Hey guys, Eggy here, welcome back to another video. It has been a month since I last made a video, which is such a long time. I just had so much going on, like stuff I was figuring out for behind the scenes and stuff, that hopefully, fingers crossed, I can do a video in a couple of days on it. I'm just waiting for like one or two things and I can talk about that. That's taken up majority of my time. I've been applying for jobs constantly and going to interviews and not getting anything back from that. Had a load of doctor's appointments as well. Finally been diagnosed with low thyroid now, which is great because I've been trying to get that diagnosis since 2023. So yay. Got a diagnosis now, so I'm on medication for that, which, you know, is a start. And obviously work got taken over by a new owner, so that's hectic and crazy as well. So it's just been super busy. But yeah, we're back with another video. I did not realise it had been a month though, so I do apologise for that. We have a huge haul today, but first we're going to open 2 Christmas presents because I didn't film them, because by the time I got them I didn't have anything else to film as a haul, so I didn't film them, and then I was like, oh, I'll put them in a safe spot for, you know, when I do a video next of like a haul. And then I forgot where I put them, because normally if I have stuff I put it on my bookcase, because then, you know, my bookcase is opposite my bed, I can just see it all of the time. I did not put it on my bookcase, so I've spent all of this time trying to find out where I put them, but I have them now. So first up we have this Ami print from Hobbit. It's a Christmas one because, you know, that's how long it's been. It's a really nice one. I need to get more blue tackle and I can put that up with the others. And then this one is from Venus, because I sent her a Christmas present, so it's just like saying that she hopes we have a good 2026 together, because I'm the best friend ever. So that's really nice of her. And I got this Mimikyu keychain too, and I have this little Mimikyu sticker, which is really cool. But I apologise that it's been like, what month are we even in now? We're in April, so it's been like 4 months since Christmas. That's how long I've had these. And I feel terrible because they probably just think, Hobbit and Venus probably think that I just, you know, didn't say anything about it. But I appreciate it. I love it when Hobbit sends me, you know, the Ami prints, because he's always like, he sends me a photo of the one that he has, and he's like, oh, do you want this one? And it's like, obviously I want that one. But I am running out of space on like the side of my bookcase, so I think I'm gonna have to stick that one up and see if I have any more space left. But if not, I've got to figure out where else I'm going to put them. But that's a problem for future Eggy, you know. When I get there, I'll deal with that problem. We have a sci-fi haul now. I made this order the 1st of April, and then the 6th, around the 6th, they emailed me saying that one of the things I ordered was not in stock, which is kind of annoying because that happens to me like all of the time I make an order for myself. So they didn't have it in stock, and then I was like, oh, we can either refund you for that one or we can hold your order open until we get it in stock. And I was like, I'll have a quick Google, see where else it is, and Amazon had it for like 50p more expensive than Sci-Fi, so I was like, might as well buy it from that. So I got that in 2 days, and then my Sci-Fi order came like the 16th of April, so it only came in 16 days, which is fine. It's not like the longest order I've had, but still pretty long, because Traveling Man and stuff, they have their stuff that they show you what's out of stock and stuff, and then usually when I do it an order with them, it comes within 2 days. Oh, okay, well this is kind of annoying. Like, the bubble wrap isn't closed on the front, so like, I'm not too pleased on that. They could have, there's not enough bubble wrap, so I feel like they could have used more bubble wrap to close the actual thing, or even just get another sheet, stick it on top, tape the two ends together. But I just gotta hope that none of them are damaged. And obviously, you know, you got the AI bookmarks. That is just going to go join my pile of other AI bookmarks. So we have volume 10 of The Masterful Cat is pressed again today because I love the series. And we have volume 11 and I Like the Cat on the cover of this one. I didn't realise 10 and 11 were out yet. So I picked both of those up. We have, sorry, I'm just checking the covers to make sure they're not, oh, that one's slightly doinked. Aria of the Beach Forest volumes 2 and 3, because that's the series that's complete at 3. So I've read the first one. I really liked the first one, but I read that quite a while ago, so I gotta reread that one. I do not like though that volume 2 is like matte, kind of like the laid back cover feel, and this one's kind of glossy, so they feel completely different. I do not like that. But we have those. We have Our Sunny Days volume 1, because I've been looking to pick this up for the longest time. Like, when they announced that they were going to do it, I stopped reading it online because I was like, I can't wait to have it in the physical edition and have it in colour. I kind of have a feeling I know what they're going to name the baby, but I don't want to say in case I'm wrong. And I don't want to say it as well in case I'm right and it ends up being a spoiler. But yeah, I like that that he's on the back as his little seal form. But yeah, I don't tend to read BL, as I've mentioned before. That's not really a topic that interests me, but this one is one of my top favourites. Daybreak is a webtoon, and I've recently got the first 2 volumes of that, and that's a BL. It's a wholesome BL, so I like wholesome things, and I started reading that when it first came out and I was obsessed. And then when I found out they did them as like actual books, I was like, yes, I need to get them. I am quite a bit behind on that one though, just because Webtoon for some reason doesn't work on my phone that much anymore, which is so sad because I used to have so many different webtoons that I was reading. Like, I was reading True Beauty before they made it into, like, you know, a webtoon book and a K-drama show and an anime, but then when they turned it into a book they locked all of the episodes and I was like, I'm not paying for all of that. So, but yeah, I like this one. And then I got my brother to pick one because I wanted an even amount in my haul. And then yeah, and then because I would have had another volume and I pre-ordered Smiley and the Forest Spirits volume 5, so that's not going to come yet. So he picked Claymore. Actually, first of all, he picked The Time I Was Reincarnated as the Slime, but I could not find that on the website. They had different variations of it and I wasn't sure which one was like the right one. So he picked Claymore instead. I don't really like though that the spine is a bit over the edge, but I mean, oh, why should it look like that? Weird page to open to, but yeah, I mean, if I don't like it, he'll read it, so it's not really a waste. That's probably why he chose it as well. But this is what I got. You got Claymore, I forgot because it's backwards, because it's a different. It's a book. So you got Claymore, Our Sign Days Volume 1, Aria of the Beach Rose 2 and 3, and then The Magical Cat is the Rest Again Volumes 10 and 11. So super excited for that. It's kind of a varied, or kind of not. And then the one that I wanted was Volume 5 of My Senpai is Annoying, because I've had 1, 2 and 3 for like the longest time now, and because they're expensive, they are $14.99 back cover price, and they have like, you know, a bit of colour. They are super expensive. The anime is good, but it's one of the ones where it's only like 1 season long, and it's just kind of like just getting, you know, you just get into it and it's like, yeah, well, it's over now. So I got that one on Amazon. And then I got volumes 4, 6, 7 and 8 for like £22 on Vinted, including like postage and packaging and all of that, which is super cheap, especially as I said they're, you know, $14.99 back cover price. So that's the cover for 4, cover for 6, cover for 7 and cover for 8. I don't actually know how many of these volumes there are, but now I've got, you know, up to 8 volumes, so that's a nice big chunk of it I can read now. And then I'm just looking at my bookcase to see if I have space for all of these volumes. I think I'd only need to move stuff around for the top shelf for the Aria volumes, because I don't think there's like a slight gap, but not a big gap, which is fine. I think if I just take down one of the Dungeon Meshi volumes and put it on the second shelf, that should be fine. And then I'm pretty sure everything else should fit. I mean, maybe. And then I got my first Waddle Dee figure. So if you guys don't know, I like Kirby. Shocker, I know. I have so many Kirby figures, and I was yet to get a Waddle Dee figure. So this one was in a little like retro gaming shop for £5 without a box, which is expensive because they're usually £5 with a box, but it's like, it's fine. It's my first Waddle Dee figure. He is a little dirty, so I do need to clean him before I put him on my shelf. I do not have a Kirby figure that matches this one, so I'm kind of annoyed about that, because, you know, it would be good if I did, but I don't. So now I've got to hunt down a Kirby figure that matches that, if there is one. Because otherwise I've just got this Waddle Dee figure, which is my only Waddle Dee figure, and it will also be like the only one of its type. So that will be kind of annoying. But also, I did buy some Pokemon cards at the same time, but I've put them away in my binder. So I will get my binder, but I think it will be a struggle to see, you know, which ones are new, because I can't remember. But I will get my binder and have a look see. I know one of them for definite, because that was the only one I paid for. I paid £5 for a Pokemon card, which I know is expensive, but it was a Mimikyu card. So, you know, and then at the checkout, they had like a box of just like 3 Pokemon cards. So I got my money's worth. I got a load of free ones. I do need to write a list though of what Pokemon cards I don't have, so I can do them, because for the starters, I've only got Charmander and Charmeleon. I don't have Charizard. I don't have any of the other starters, like the first gen starters either. So my Pokedex literally starts with Charmander, and not like, you know, Bulbasaur or Squirtle. So I will get that and show you guys. So it starts off with Charmander and Charmeleon, and it goes to Pikachu. This is probably not the best way to show you guys. Let me switch the camera around. I think that will be best. Probably. We will see. Okay, so my tripod did not want to cooperate. So I'm filming by hand. So if it's a little janky, I apologise. But yeah, it starts with Charmander and Charmeleon. I do not have a Charizard card. And as I said, I do not have like the Bulbasaur Squirtle cards. I'm going to see Pikachu. Sandshrew was one of my other ones that I had that I decided to add in when I got the other ones. But Clefairy and Clefable are my new ones. This Ninetales is also new. They had a mix of English and Japanese ones, which was really cool. And we have Galarian, Meowth, Growlithe. I do like Growlithe. I like the Hisuian Growlithe because he has a funny looking hair. You got Poliwag, and then you got Geodude, Graveler, and then I don't know that one. You got Ghastly, Haunter, another kind of Haunter, and Gengar. And you have Onyx and Voltorb, and Executor. Pretty sure that one's a new one. Don't know. Cubone, this one is new. And this one is new too. You got Tangela, Caesar, Shiny Staryu. And you have Magma, Taurus, and Palladian Taurus. You got Lapras, Eevee, Mewtwo, Chinchou, Lantern, Natu, another Natu, Mareep, Fluffy, Palladian Wooper, Murkrow, Pineco, Shiny Fortress, Sneasel, Macargo Brum, Mantine, Houndour, Houndoom, Fampi, Domfamp, Routes, Trilla, Gardevoir, Shroomish. This one is new, the little Numel. Then you have Numel, Corrupt, Miltalk, Bennett, Dusclops, another Dusclops. That one is new. Jirachi, Ambipom, Drifloon, Drifblim. This one and this one are new. Miss Magus, Krogunk, but Miss Snow is shiny. This one is new. This one also new. And this one. And Rotom is also new. You have Oshawott, Purloin, Woobat, Swoobat, Whimsicott, Drunka, Scraggy, Scrafty, Pythagoras, Zora, Minchino. These two ice cream ones are new. Galvantula, Ferroseed, Litwick, Lambert, Chandelure. This is new. And Golett is new. And this Inkay is new. And this Treevant is new too. Rowlet is new because I did not have a Rowlet before. And the Side-Eye is also new. This one and this are new. And then this Tojmaru is new. And then this is the Mimikyu card that I paid £5 for. It's a Japanese Team Rocket one. So Mimikyu is my favourite one. I have 4 Mimikyu cards so far. But yeah, I paid £5 for that one because that was the only Mimikyu card they had in like the cabinet where they had all of the upgraded cards. There was a black Charizard EX card and it was like £500. I was like, who is spending £500 on a Pokemon card? And then I went out and spent £5 on one. So can't say anything really. That Dramper is also new. This one is new. Melmetal is also new, and my Toxel is also new, question mark. Snom is new for sure, because I've never had a Snom card before. Meowscarada and Sprigasso are new. Oinkoloin is new. Fido is also new. I don't think any of these cards are new. This one is new. And Tinkerton is new. That one, Niofape and Ancient Fladdermane is also new. This one is new. This one, this one, this one. This one, this one, this one. This one, this one. No, not these two, but the rest are new. Up to here is what's in Pokédex order. These three, yeah, I couldn't work out where they went. Same with that one. And then these English ones, I'm assuming I just missed on like the list where they went, so I didn't fill them in. I was going to leave gaps where I would need the new cards, but then I was like, I'd very quickly run out of space in my Pokédex. So I have, 19 pages so far of Pokécards, which is crazy because I never used to get into Pokemon cards because I was like, oh no, you have all of those people that like, oh, if you don't play the game, if you don't understand the game, this, that and the other, then you don't like, then you're a fake fan, this, that and the other. But I play some of the Pokemon games. Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, that was my first ever Pokemon game. Then I've played Pokemon Arceus, Pokemon Pearl, Pokemon Scarlet. I've played a little bit of the Pokemon AZ one. Mostly I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Poképedia, which I've got like 30 hours in it so far. I had to take a break because I was spending so much time on the game and I was like, this is not healthy. So I've taken a break, so I haven't played that in a while. There were a few more that I played, but I cannot for the life of me remember. But yeah, I played a few and it's like, I like the cards. I like collecting the cards because I like the art. I'm not, one of the people that buy it and then, sell them for like crazy amount of money. Because most of the time when I have duplicates, I just give them to people. And it's like, I'm not going to go online and work out, this shiny Palladian Taurus is that expensive. Or let me go see if this Fortress EX shiny card is worth £1,000 so I can go get it graded and sell it. I don't care, to be honest. I just care about collecting cool art on the Pokemon cards, like my Mimikyu ones, they're really cool, I don't care about all of that. It doesn't interest me. All that interests me is the art cards, which is why, I collect most of my, trading cards and stuff. I don't care. It's the scalpers, really, who make it a negative thing. I don't care if I play the game or not. It doesn't bother me. All that bothers me is, do I get a new Pokemon card? No. Okay, that's a shame. I'll put in a pile with my other duplicates. That's it. Doesn't bother me. I don't care. I just want to collect cool looking cards. And so yeah, I did not realise I had so many of them. But yeah, I'm going to go put this back and then put my books on my shelf and my Waddle Dee and then come back and show you guys. Okay, so I've just added all of them. Volume 1 of Aria of the Beach is also glossy, so it's just volume 2 that is matte, which is super duper annoying. But they're complete at 3, so I think I'm just going to read my volumes 2 and 3 and then just put up the set on Vinted, because then that way when I get my knees and 2, it's just gap for more volumes and I get rid of the weird cover. I didn't put Claymore up here because I'm still unsure on it, so that's going to be like the first one that I read to decide how I feel on it, and if I don't like it I can just hand it off to my brother without, creating an awkward gap. Yeah, I had to move one Dungeon Meshi volume behind the Nanami shrine that is now down here next to my Dorohedoro ones. But that was the only one I had to move to make space for, because my Masterful Cat ones fit nicely together. I'm super sad though that they release so slowly. But when I was moving them to travel up and make space, all of the cats and that chinchilla just decided to just fall. So I had to spend like 5 minutes just searching the floor for them. But yeah, I managed to move all of these from this shelf, so they all moved up together nicely, which is good because I only have 5 volumes of that series at the moment. And then all of these fit super duper nicely. And then Our Sunny Days, it is still in plastic wrap because I want to protect it as much as I can until I read it, because I mean I got these used anyway, but a lot of my books have spine damage from whenever I buy them or whatever, so I want to minimize that by, you know, this being my only one that's in plastic wrap and keeping it in plastic wrap until I start to read it, if that makes sense. And my Kindle is just there to keep everything propped up, because I was looking at getting bookends and stuff, but then I was like, there's not really that much of a point. Yeah, sorry, I was looking at the spines and it just sounds like really dusty. I usually dust the top of it when I dust this, but I haven't dusted my shelves in a while, which, you know, you can kind of tell. But normally I do just get the dust over the top. Did not realise they were that dusty, but anyway, yeah, I didn't end up getting the bookends because it's normally only this shelf, which I prop up with my Kindle. Probably shouldn't, but so that end or that end, and that end usually just gets, you know, the little Kirby in the gap. Because at times like this, you know, my shelves are pretty much end to end packed. And then the shelf below is just the Villain Saga volumes that I bought from Hobbit that just stand up by themselves. And then the ones on my other shelves usually just have other things propping them up, but I probably should get the bookends for my other ones, because I have my Twisted Wonderland shelf, my Layback Camp shelf, and my Haikyuu shelf, so I probably should just like the end volumes. So I might buy a pack of 4 and then use 3 there and then the spare one here. So I guess when I get paid next I might, if I remember, do that. But yeah, everything fits on my shelf nicely. I didn't have to move too much around. Waddle Dee is here at the moment just because the Kirby next to it is a rainbow, and you know, stars and rainbows kind of go together, question mark. But I might sell this one because he does not fit in with any of my other Kirby's. First of all, he is see-through. Second of all, he seems like he's squishy, but he's not squishy, which puts me off. Third of all, he just doesn't vibe with my collection. Like, these are all of my other Kirby's, yes. Very nice, very pink, very pink, very pink. You know, 2 over there, super pink. This one's see-through. I do not like it. So, I might sell him to fund a Kirby that looks like the Waddle Dee one that I have. But anyway, that has been today's video. I hope you guys have liked it. Let me know in the comments below what has been your favourite one that I have hauled today, or one that you want to know more of. Let me know.